Start stream. Let me just make sure I'm live, and then I'll hop on game, promote in a couple of servers. All right. Let me sit down, start promoting, and then we can get started. So I'm just gonna ask like the same type of questions I asked, like know-it-all.
Alright, cool.
Kai.
I
have
did
some
not
more.
watch Know-It-Alls. I watch all of Kai's though. So
Okay.
yeah.
It was very similar. Well, not like response-wise, but question-wise, very similar.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright. You start asking the hardest questions of all time. Head or no head? Did
Alright,
you or
give
did
me
you not say the N-word?
I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth.
I swear, Opsy. Is it true that the murders of fucking 1987, start shivering in my timbers?
Alright. Episode
Alright.
3 is officially live, and 1 second while I promote this last
Oh my
part.
god. Starting the stream. Hey, what's
My
up, guys?
fat ass dogs in my room, and he kind of
Today
smells.
we're gonna play some Sky
Alright.
Wars. Alright.
Welcome everyone. Welcome back to the second
Disgusting.
episode
Turn
today,
the audio off. Holy shit. My
aka
apologies.
episode 3. You said what?
I just put up the stream and the audio was on. That's all.
Oh.
Carry on.
The
Will.
audio's on. What do you mean the audio's on?
No, I just turned off the audio from me off your stream. That's all.
Oh, okay. Welcome to episode 3 of the Diamond Podcast with special guest Joseph Archer. Welcome.
Yeah, Joseph Archer, the man of many names. I call myself Joseph Archer, the Rocker, microphone,
Diamond Dog.
Diamond Dog. That's never been a wrestler. Maybe one day.
Javier.
Blade. I did that first.
Oh, I
Fuck you,
forgot
Blade.
about Blade. Oh my
That was
god,
amazing.
Yeah,
How do you forget about that? I wish I did so much more with it.
That was like that was past my time. All right.
No, well, that was like WRW Mania 1 around then. Were you?
Okay. No, I was
blacklisted by
around then.
then?
I was around then.
Yeah. I was
Barely.
meant to fight Tom Hernandez at Mania 1, but I just
Really?
got
Holy,
blacklisted.
that would have been that would be a
Yeah.
match.
Yeah.
That would have been a
So
match.
Blade versus Tom Hernandez was at WRW Mania, and it
Oh, we're
was
getting
gonna
started. We're
happen.
getting straight
But
into
on
this,
the
okay.
day, I had to say sorry, I can't, because I was packing up things because at the time I was being evicted.
Yeah.
It was the same month, and so that would have sucked. But I had to miss that. But Blade, that was amazing, man. We shot ideas to Goji for me winning the briefcase. Tom Hernandez winning the world title, and then me catching on Tom, and we keep that going because that was the best feud at the time.
You,
Like,
Tom? I've never
yeah.
had a match with Tom.
You've never had a match with Tom?
Everything
some of my favorite
I
matches.
had every time I would have had a match with Tom, it got canceled.
That sucks, man. Tom Hernandez,
Dude, I
one
was
of my
supposed to
favorite
face him. I
people
was supposed to face
fighting.
Tom in Defiant for the Defiant World title because Kai didn't show and Kai almost got it vacated. And me and Tom are at the show. Event gets hacked. The next week, we go back. It's going to be the same match. Kai shows up. I have to face Kai. I lose to Kai. I was supposed to beat Tom
That sucks.
in an X
That
Factor match.
sucks.
That's
Tom-
what it originally was supposed to be.
Tom is amazing. Every time I
I
follow
know.
Tom,
I love Tom.
it's just been fun and flat out good. They've been
Tom
good
taught me how to
matches.
flip.
Tom taught you how to flip?
Taught
Oh
me to do front
shit!
flips.
Good. Yeah, Tom's fucking goated.
I
Enough of
eventually
him.
adapted it and put it onto the bed. I'm
Yeah.
too old to be bending over like that. Pause.
Yeah, no.
All right, but anyways,
Tom.
let's start the podcast. We're like 2 minutes in, and
Yeah,
you've already
get
started fucking
Tom
yapping.
Hernandez out of here.
Oh,
fucking
my dog
get-
wants out. Hold on. He's too bored of the podcast. He does not like Joseph Archer.
He does not like Joseph Archer. I'm more of a cat
Fuck.
kind of guy. I got 2
Of course
cats,
you are.
Sammy and Susie.
All right, so I mean, I've kept it around the same format, like just asking about career. But obviously, your career is a bit different than everyone else's, being
Bit different.
a bit different.
How
I'll say
so?
that, bit different.
Bit
I mean, you were
different, but-
you're more of the from at least from my perspective. I obviously know you did wrestle for a while, but you were more of the behind the scenes guy for me.
Yeah.
So my questions will be a bit different. I'm obviously still gonna ask like career questions, obviously,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
there's other questions that I'm gonna ask that aren't.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I mean, obviously, First question.
Well,
This is the
shoot.
first question I've asked everyone. I probably will keep it the same, besides like maybe Shep, because he didn't.
He didn't wrestle.
How'd you start wrestling?
Well, he did. He did wrestle. Shep did
Okay.
wrestle. Fuck
Okay.
off.
Yeah. He had a
He
match.
had the greatest match on a pay-per-view. Me versus Shep. Microphone versus Shep. Was the
Isn't that
greatest
Rough
match on
Landing
that
4?
pay-per-view. That was Rough Landing.
It was 4,
Was
right?
it 4 or?
Yeah, because that was the
Was it
one I
4
was
or
at. That was the
3?
one I main evented. Because you guys were like,
Was
yeah,
it
me
4
and
or
Shep are
3?
gonna go before you guys. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, no,
And then
we were still a better match than you guys. I don't care. I don't care
yeah,
what the
get
star
the
ratings.
fuck out.
I don't care what the star ratings.
Fuck out.
Ours was far more entertaining. With all due respect.
Dude, if we had a crowd for our match, we would have had a.
Dude, I
it would've
barely
been
had a crowd for
amazing.
my match. Everyone was still entertained.
You had a lumberjack match. There was some type of crowd.
The crowd were fighting us, and they weren't even a crowd. They were wrestlers.
Exactly. It was better than having nothing. We had nothing. We had
My
maybe
guy,
we had
my
two
guy,
guys. We had two
I
people in
legit
the crowd. We had
scripted a crowd.
We had 2 people in the crowd. You had a scripted crowd.
I do not care. That's still far more entertaining that Lumberjack was. Prove me wrong. I genuinely believe that could have been a 5-star. If anyone else besides Ruby and Shep was me.
Who's screening? Oh no, you weren't on screen at the time.
I wasn't on screen, but I couldn't do
Okay,
a single
a
thing with
screening
Shep.
versus a
He did not
VR.
listen to me.
It's not getting
Catch-
5. It's not
I
getting
was
5.
trying to do some nice good stuff in the match, and Shep did not listen to me at all. He was like, "No, we are terrible wrestlers. That's our job. We're gonna goof off." I'm like, "Fuck it, fine." Shep was
That reminds
like,
me
I was
of,
like, "Okay,
that-
Shep, this is gonna be stared at the start," and he just runs at me. I'm like, "What the fuck?" This motherfucker. I tried
That reminds
to
me
fuck
of,
it.
oh, what match was it I had that we just like fucked around the whole time?
Oh my god.
Me versus Tom at Forbidden Door.
I thought you just said you didn't
Not
face
Tom.
Tom.
Oh, Wave. Me versus Wave. Sorry.
Oh,
Me versus
yeah,
Wave. We were fucking
yeah.
around at first, and then we're like, all right, we gotta lock in. And then I jumped off the fucking scaffolding.
oh yeah, that's such a locking in, bro.
Yeah. And then Wave no sold it.
Yeah, I've done that a few
All right.
times.
But anyways, back to the question. We're like 5 minutes in, and I haven't asked a question.
My
This
guy,
is exactly what
have,
Know-It-All said. This is exactly what Know-It-All said. After I ended the stream, he's like, "Who you got next?" I'm like, "Rocker." He's like, "Oh yeah, this is gonna be like a 2-hour podcast."
I do not care. I love that. I love that. I love long
anyways,
podcasts. I listen to them. Carry on.
all right. Obviously, so why did you start wrestling?
Why did I start wrestling? Okay.
Yeah.
So, at the time, I quit Rec Room for like a long time, and
Mm-hmm.
this girl wanted me to play Rec Room constantly because she listened to me. She was like friends with benefits to me. I told her no, I don't want to date her, but I'm down doing that. So I remember she wanted to play Rec Room with me a lot, and I just kept saying, "Nah, I don't want to play. I don't want to play." And then she was like, "Okay, I know you love pro wrestling, and I just found out there's this Rec Room wrestling community. I'll send you a Discord if you're down to do it." I'm like, "I'll check it out." She sends me DPW, and I'm like, "Okay, this seems pretty cool." I sign up, baby immediately lets me in. This is before the first show even starts.
Guys, fun fact: this was Farah.
No, it wasn't. I deleted all the messages that she's ever sent in DPCW, just so you
Damn.
fuckers can't find her.
Okay.
Because she
Have you
she
told this story
knows
before?
people. Yeah, I have a few times to separate
Okay.
people, but not in public like
Yeah.
this. No.
Yeah.
But she gave me the invite and everything, all thugging, and then she went on and she didn't really do anything in it. I stopped being friends with her, and I still Rec Room wrestle.
That's fair. That's fair. Do
So,
you
yeah.
have an inspiration from Retro Wrestling?
Okay. So it's the first show, right? I just got done.
Mhm.
I was opener, and my
Mhm.
match was meant to be a triple threat. One of the people didn't show up, and I was going to lose this one-on-one match against a guy called Goated. Goated lagged out mid-match, and he didn't return. So I won, and I caught it a knocked-out finish, which, in my eyes, was super cool. Because, like, oh my god,
Yeah.
my first win is a knockout? Fuck yeah. Rocker looks so dominant, right? Right?
Yeah.
So they don't have a ref for the main event. Main event, Stime Time versus Bandy.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, let me ref.
That's a match.
I'll watch this
That's a
match.
match.
I know Bandy's good. I don't know who the Stime Time guy is, but I heard Bandy's good from other record wrestlers. And so I go ahead and ref that match. And I'm telling y'all, this is the first way to train yourselves in wrestling. Whatever you do, I'm being so for real. Ref matches and focus. Pay attention to what the wrestlers do. Like, you'll learn so much just by looking at what stars do. Like, people who made it in this community know what they're doing for a reason. Okay? And that's what I did with Steinman Bandy. And I instantly clicked, okay, wait, this isn't goofy. I could actually do this, and like how I do with my brother in the living room or outside, I could actually wrestle. And that just was an amazing concept to me, that I could do this virtually. And so like a month or two goes by, or just a month, like roughly around then goes by. And at this point I've done matches, I've done promos, right? I'm getting the hang of things. And and this guy called Mafia Overlord.
Oh God.
I know. I hate it. Absolutely hate it. Right? I talk with him.
He was
like he was a big influence back then. And I'm in one of his building rooms, and he's a pretty good builder at the time. And like I'm this annoying little kid that wants to talk to Mafia, and I'm not gonna lie, I was like dick riding Mafia like crazy. I was like, oh my God, it's Mafia, right? And then he goes in, just practices his entrance in this arena that he made, and it was the Pretty Boy Mafia gimmick, and I fell in love with that gimmick instantly because it immediately clicked and made me think, holy shit, charisma, like through the roof, and I loved it. And he taught me in those 5 seconds how to make a star out of yourself, how to get that charisma, how to like just connect. And I loved it. And I've always just been like, okay, if you're a heel, connect. That's why I always love playing a heel, because I instantly learned how to do it from him. And he was the best at the time of doing it, besides like, Bandy and stuff.
Yeah.
But holy shit. It was like an awing moment. So it's definitely those three people. Not really Stein Time, more like Bandy. Stein Time.
Bandy Mafia Overlord.
Bandy Mafia.
So that means Rocker touches kid. No,
so does Bandy.
Just a joke. But
yeah, I'm a pedophile because Bandy made me one. Nah, I'm kidding.
All right.
Don't knock the Bandy.
Let's clip that one.
All right.
Okay, next question. Obviously you faced many wrestlers. Do you have a dream opponent still?
A dream opponent still.
Because I don't think we have had a match.
We've never had a match. No, that would be amazing.
I think we were going to, but like
I could go down a
was
list.
malfunctioning.
I oddly enough always wanted to wrestle Mafia back then, back Pretty Boy era.
I've had a match with him. It was good. It was an FC before he got.
I'm saying back then for a reason, because he fell off.
Yeah.
Plus times changed.
Yeah.
If we're talking about right now, I know he's retired with Dawson. I know if I come back, he will.
Match.
But I've never faced him. I've
had a few matches with Dawson. They're pretty good.
Besides
the tag matches. The chicken fight. Oh my God!
Jesus Christ! You were talking about that yesterday, and it instantly clicked bad memories of being angry at DPCW because of you fuckers.
Hey, they were entertaining, all right?
Hard. They pushed you guys so hard. I remember that one tag team that like was made recently around that point in time. I pushed them to the moon. I was like, you better do really good. I'm making y'all like main eventers instantly. I made the main event the first fucking show
Dawson
they were
Suka?
on Unleash. It was Dawson Suka, or was it the other team? I don't remember.
I thought you were talking about Mike. I thought you were talking about Mike and.
It was probably both. I don't remember.
I don't remember either. I just remember being an Oculus call with all of them, and I remember that kid not knowing anything. So I'm like, just leave the call.
IAW Suka Man would have been amazing to fight because his best stuff was in IAW, and I love it still.
Me and him have a rivalry right now in GPW.
I wish I had a modern day match with Bandy. Like, I had some in the past.
I've always wanted to face Bandy. Bandy's, he's really obviously never coming back.
Never. Well, the thing is, everyone, even Bandy himself said this to me. Even Bandy himself said this to me. But that Ruby versus Bandy match, both men retired thing, he's never He's never said that he's retired. Believe it or not, boys.
Really?
Just put that out there. He never said that was his retirement match. He said that he's retired in the past before that, but when he returned and did all that, he never said he was retired off that match.
Well, Bandy to TNA. I'm
just saying,
joking.
You guys could literally drag him out given the timing, and like the place and what
Let me
he's
DM
doing.
him again.
I'm being so for real.
Dude, I
was this close
asked
from getting him to IAW, you know?
So I actually asked him. I'm like, yo, DPCW's doing one final show. It's called Last Shine. Would you be down to face me? I'm like, and I was like giving him a pitch. I'm like, I'm decent at wrestling. He's like, and the only response I get, no.
He does college.
Nothing else.
Yeah, so
that's
no.
true.
You gotta message him around summerish time. Plus, hope that he's not doing anything. Which nowadays he's 100% gonna do something.
Yeah.
Anyways, Goober Power.
I could see you having a great match with Power. He has chemistry with everyone, bro. He's so good. Our first match was almost a 5, and then I sold. I jumped over the rope.
The one match I had with Vacation Guy was like in ROH. It was the most laggiest thing of all time. So I feel sorry. Plus, I didn't even have my mic. But it was still like the second best match.
Did you see Vacation's heel turn?
No, I didn't see it. I heard of it.
You need to watch. It's.
I heard
crazy.
of it and I was like, oh wow, that sounds like a cool idea. Your thing's asleep, and then
oh shit, he is sleeping. Wake up, fatty.
There we go. I thought that was a really cool idea because I always fantasized about whether or not Vacation Guy will ever go heel, and if so, how.
Off stream, I can explain it to you more.
And I just see one thing about it. It's like Vacation Guy has a chip in his head. I'm like, what the fuck? Kind of, is this real life TNA? Because this is some weird chip in his head.
Off stream, I'll tell you.
Off stream, you could tell me more about it. But just going off those words that I know alone, it's just like, what kind of Vince Russo? who thought chip in his mind was a good idea?
It was actually Vacation's idea. But we wrote a story around it that makes it a lot
It's a
better.
goofy idea, and that's why I believe you. It's Vacation Guy's idea because he's always goofy like that. But like, this is not. Hold on, cat's in my room. Hold on, real quick. My dad just threw a cat at me. Oh my god. Anyway, next question. Cat thrown at me. Feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty smexy. Come on.
I think I know the answer to this one, but is there a championship you want to hold?
The only title I genuinely wish I ever held was the most prestigious wrestling title.
Yeah.
Not mean to turn your dates. It was the most prestigious world title in the history of wrestling. It's the title I could have won, and actually I was planning to, and I've been screwed out of it by Stein. It's the Black Diamond World title. I say screwed like it was his fault. No, it's not. It's not his fault.
Didn't you like become owner? Isn't that what happened? Like you.
So, it was the original Doomsday.
Mm-hmm.
It was Mike Towers versus Stein, and around that point in time, I was on break. Right, the plan was for me to return, and Mike Towers, he wanted to retire after Doomsday, and so he was like, "I'll win the title at Doomsday, and the next pay-per-view, I want to drop it to Rocker and retire to him," because me and Mike were close backstage. And so, Bandy was like, "Okay, you can keep the title. Rocker could just return at Doomsday, and it'll be a triple threat, and I want Stein winning it." He's like, "Okay, fine." And then Mike Towers didn't retire anyway. But that's what I mean when I say Stein screwed me out the title. It's because I was going to win that title. And that was one of the best returns. Still holds up till this fucking day, by the way. Watch the promo I did on Stein. That holds up still. He takes advantage of opportunity after opportunity. He's selfish. He doesn't push anyone. And he does XX and X. All shit I said back then when he was the most beloved wrestler of all time and going up to his peak. Imagine that. I was right. I was right about Stein. I was right about Shea, by the way. I called Shea a fucking loser. I called Shea the most disrespectful person in this world. Someone that manipulates the audience to love him when he doesn't love them back. I said all that to Shea when he fucking first fucking day in the show. When he was a babyface.
Damn.
I said all of that and look at his career now. He's one of the biggest heels of all time, baby. I'm just saying, The
Yeah.
Rocker is a fucking not an insane person. You're insane for not believing him.
That's a bar. That's a bar.
That's just my secret.
Unfortunately, it's a bar.
Unfortunately, I've always been right. But no, it's the Black Diamond World title. That nothing has ever come close, I think, in relevancy back how it was back then. Nothing has ever come close to prestige in history.
That's also my answer if I got asked that question. Just
Yeah.
because I was so close. I was literally 2 feet away from winning it. But like
you were
I
my
did,
you were my
not
backup
went pretty.
choice. You were my backup choice if a couple of my other backup choices couldn't.
So I was like fourth in line.
So it was either going to be Vacation. By the way, this is not in order. Vacation,
Yeah.
Ruby. God, who was it? Neutron. Forgetting some names. I wanted Inko to be amazing, so I made him win Apex
That
title.
would have been good.
Inko is going to win Apex title, eventually lose that in the future to TJF, and then goes after the world title. God, I don't remember. It's been years. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But I had a couple of choices. I was spoiled.
At least I
Not
was
my
one of
fault.
them. At least I was
Yeah.
in the.
Were you?
You just said I was.
Like, you were the last place. You're like, if all those
Oh.
people somehow can't show up, I got this,
Fuck.
man.
Hey,
With all due
at least I was
respect,
an option.
you
At
were-
least I was thought about.
With all due respect, you're always gonna be, to me,
A mid-carder.
even not a mid Carter. No, you're a high Carter. Don't get me wrong. But even till this day, I'm gonna say some outlandish stuff in this podcast. This is gonna be the first time. You, good sir, you're not like, how to explain it? I love your wrestling, but you don't hold yourself like a Black Diamond World Champion. Black
fair,
Diamond
that's
World
fair.
Champion. I mean, you could be someone else's world champion, but
I was
that
a TNA
company's
world
world
champ. That's the only world title I've ever held.
you were the TNA world champion, but
And I did pretty
you're
well
not
with
a
it.
Black
I
Diamond
did
World
well
champion.
with it. I did well with it.
You did well with it too. Sorry about what happened about your reign. I wonder how that ended.
I thought I had to retire, and then I ended up not doing college for as long as I thought. I
Oh, my apologies. I thought I ruined it
did. How'd you ruin it?
by shutting down TNA, pretty much by kicking
Oh.
Z-Man out this community.
Well, I still would if.
But no,
I
you
was,
still
I
would have
was
lost the
originally
title
booked to
either
win
way.
it, but I wasn't gonna keep wrestling after, so they changed
Yeah.
it up.
Yeah. My apologies.
That match was still cinema, though. I don't know how. The storytelling in it was so good too. Besides for the third fall, I can see why it wasn't given 5 because there wasn't much wrestling. It was just like, oh, this guy comes out, this guy comes out.
Mm.
If we had,
Did
if
you
me
guys
and Power had
knock
more
off
moments,
the? Did you guys knock off the Bloodline match then?
maybe.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have given that 5-star.
Well,
Yeah.
it was the Diamond Foundation
Gotta-
came out to interfere,
Gotta be the original.
but we had another
Did you-
twist in it, like KJ turning face again
Okay.
to stop me from getting Power off the ladder.
Now
like, I was
that could be
climbing up.
done very wrong. Like that could look like Vince Russo booking. So
Yeah,
hopefully it was executed good, but that could have
it-
been very wrong.
I mean, I can send you the match after the stream. It was a 50-minute, 3
I'm
stages
not
of hell
watching
match.
it.
Oh, fuck
50
you.
minutes, fuck that. These
And hey,
fuckers
Shep
live
said it was
right now watching
perfectly
2
paced. That's
hours
the
of it.
first time I've ever gotten a pace compliment from Shep. He
Alright,
said it was perfectly paced for all 3 stages. It's like he literally said the only flaw was the last fall not being more wrestling,
alright. Then
which
why
wasn't
didn't
my
you
fault.
watch it?
Z-Man just played Bruiser's music early as shit.
Yeah.
All right, next question.
Oh well.
What's the hardest choice you've had to make in your time on Rec Room?
Hardest choice I had to make.
Yeah.
So are we talking about like difficulty, i.e., doing it, or like actually like picking a side?
Like the choice of it being difficult. Like
The choice of it being
like
difficult,
for example, my
not the
answer was like,
execution,
yeah, my example was always the ORBL versus DPCW situation, which
which you
was
chose
a
wrong,
wrong decision. It was a wrong decision.
which is
But
fair, which
it was
is
a tough
fair.
decision. It was a tough decision
Don't,
because like
yeah. With
I
all the
was losing
jokes
my
I say about
titles. I
you,
was losing my titles in wrestling, and then I was in the World Series for the baseball. I mean,
with all the jokes I said about you, and I still say about you, about,
mhm,
oh, you left this community, fuck you, right?
yeah,
I'm not going to actually blame you for that choice.
yeah.
Because I
I mean,
100% understand. It's a stupid choice. People learn from making mistakes.
I definitely
It's
have learned from
okay.
that.
Yeah. Learn
Literally
that.
2 seasons later, after I made that choice, I got banned from the league. So
I don't know what 2 seasons are. I don't know how long
like
that is.
like
A
three
month or two?
months,
3 months?
3 months.
Okay. That's not much.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was like,
Hardest choice I had to make. Fuck. So, hardest choice I had to make. There are multiple of
well,
similar
it's like the
difficulty.
hardest. Oh, it's similar
I
to
don't
okay.
I don't know what's the hardest, but I'm gonna say a list because I genuinely
Okay.
cannot tell you.
Yeah.
Starting IAW, like It's All War,
Mm,
doing that
okay.
pay per view, that was the most nerve wracking night, and it was because I at the time, and I still probably am, I'm controversial. Yeah, most of it's jokes with people. I get that, but I still take it because I get bullied the most out of everyone in this community,
Yeah.
even more than actual people that've done wrong. And so I'm like, okay, like I'm. By the way, I have done wrong, but not as wrong as other people. That's why I'm not blacklisted.
Yeah.
I'm rich, but no. But that was so nerve wracking because I didn't want it to like announce the pay per view and then just no one care. That would have broken my heart because It's All War. I 100% believed it, and it was my personal fan project. It was
Yeah.
something I wanted to do with ROH, WRW, and DPCW, and I ended up doing it when DPCW was shut down. ROH is shutting down, and like because of me later, we'll get to that, I'm sure.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
WRW didn't have much time left either, and I knew that.
Yeah.
And I wanted to
So
do
you just
this
wanted to
all,
give one
not
last
just I
thing.
didn't.
Yeah.
I wanted to do this one last thing to actually, because I hated how the community was, in the sense of not just backstage, but in the ring as well. I hated how people acted. I hated how
Yeah.
stars aren't being made, and I think that made a push, a foot first push for people to be made,
Yeah.
people's
I'm
names
sup-
to be made, and I love it.
yeah. So the first
That
thing about IEW for me, I didn't know who Goober was before IEW.
exactly, fucking I remember Goober because he was a part of the training thing that me and Kai did in secret. We trained a couple of stars secretly, and we made them improve, and we loved it. That's why Kai loved
Hmm.
Suka man, because Suka had good chemistry with Kai.
Yeah.
Yeah. But It's All War was like this beautiful, and I was tearing up the night because everyone just started bum rushing the server joining. I was like, oh my god, y'all love me. I didn't realize I didn't realize I still had this power that I had back in DPCW.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how much of a thing I was,
Like an
and
influence, like how much of an influence you had on
yeah,
other people.
and that's why I ended up doing IAW, that, and because I actually wanted to push those stars, and
There's
because
a
of something I'm
yeah.
sure we'll get into later.
There's a story I always tell with you in it about how I debuted, if you remember.
Okay.
It was me versus Z-Man. I was supposed to be El Gringo.
Mhm. Oh
and
yeah.
and I'm like, dude, I don't have enough tokens to buy the theme. Can I just come out as like my other gimmick? He's like, do whatever the fuck you want. Don't disappoint me. And I'm pretty sure it's this match. Z-Man's doing like some overhead press thing, and he goes to throw me, and I just like absolutely fly into like the box, and you just like look down at me disappointed.
You disappointed me.
And then the match rating comes out, and it was still somehow a 4.5 or something,
Yeah.
4.25.
Yeah.
And then Shep was like, from them going from calling him Demi Diamond to him flying out of the ring or something. It was still a great match. I'm just like, and I think that's like, I don't know if
I
that, like, obviously I don't know your side of this, but I think like you saw something in me, I guess. I would
so
assume.
the whole idea of saying to people don't disappoint me or being hard on them comes
Hmm.
from Bandy. It really does. I
I figured,
loved
yeah. I just talked about that with
every.
Know It All. He was like, Bandy was super strict.
He wasn't super strict. People are just so stupid nowadays. That's all. He wasn't strict. Like when it comes to he just knew how to ran a business because back then record businesses were ran like businesses. And I loved that. I like you were talking about this with Kai. You don't want to be realistic. I wanted to be realistic. It's my favorite part of this. This is a simulator about being a wrestler. I want to
Yeah.
feel like I'm a wrestler. That is how it is to me. I understand if you don't feel like that, but that's
Yeah.
how it is to me. Um, and so I got that because Bandy, um, first night in DPW, I wrestled, right? I didn't say that I was actually part of a tournament. And remember how I was meant to lose that match and I somehow won because my opponent glitched out? Well, I
Yeah.
asked Bandy, okay, so how far am I going in this tournament, which is for the Black Diamond World title? And he said one
Hmm.
thing to me. He said, and I quote, and I know he doesn't remember this, but I do because it stuck with me. He
Hmm.
said, depends how good you do out there. And I was like,
I
the
think that's what
fuck?
you told me in the DPCW Cup tournament.
Exactly.
Because you put
And
me against like Kai and Ruby in the first 2 rounds. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm done. I'm cooked.
I'm like, fuck, okay.
And then I got a
Um,
message from you, and you're like, oh, you're winning both of those. I'm like, huh?
yeah. I I didn't wanna I always love pushing people to their edge. Legit to their edge. I wanna
Yeah.
make them either quit or be the best they could ever be. Same time, he wanted to quit before or after. I don't remember, but it was either right before or right after DP70 pay per view. It was Locked Away. It was Locked Away, which is a pay per view before Jackpot. I
Yeah,
had
I
these
was there.
crazy plans. I had these crazy plans for Son, and he was like, I had to convince him in his dorm room not to retire because he was like, listen, man, I don't know, man. Uh, I don't I don't want to do this anymore. I feel like I'm taking advantage of people that I don't want to. I feel like I'm getting opportunity after opportunity that I don't deserve. And I'm like, motherfucker, you're fucking Stein time. You are you're not chosen, but you're fucking Stein time. Carry yourself like it. Okay?
Hmm.
You have won the Black Diamond World title, the most prestigious title in this industry, and you did that yourself. You have these amazing matches. You connect the best with the audience, and that's what matters. I and I had to stop him from retiring. I had to stop Z-Man from retiring. The night before, he was meant to portray Mike Towers at Jackpot. I don't
Hmm.
bring this up because I like a lot, but I'm bringing it up now as an example. Z-Man hated me. Even back then, I hated him.
Hmm.
And it's like
Yeah.
this toxic relationship. I kept him because that was best for my company at the time.
Hmm. Yeah.
And
Z-Man
also
did
because
carry the fucking Towers Association because Mike never showed up.
and so I needed him. I what the plan was for him to portray Mike Towers and then later feud with Mike Towers because of it. Which honestly, I still love that idea. But I get that he didn't want to work with Mike Towers. Okay,
Yeah.
so I stood up, fucking texting this man at late at night. I'm like, this fucking making me stress over my fucking company, right?
Yeah. I felt
but
that a
but
lot.
but I did it for him, for my industry, right? Because that's what needed to be done. I love pushing people to the edge because that's how you make diamonds. Oddly enough, Danny Diamond, it's pressure. It's pressure and time that makes a star. That's pressure and time makes a diamond, like
Hmm.
a real life diamond. That's how they're made,
Yeah.
and that is how stars are made as well. So let's use it.
Yeah.
Fucking abuse your fucking wrestlers. Condone it.
Wow.
No, don't
Okay, now I
abuse
think
them.
that's where we move on.
Don't abuse them. Next question.
What's your favorite match?
Favorite match.
It doesn't have to be your match. It can be
I
from
don't
any,
care.
like,
It
you
is
can
my
do one.
match.
Okay, you can do your match.
I'm egotistical. I know this, but I don't
Okay,
care.
do one for your match and then do one for like that you've either booked or watched.
Yeah, I'll do both. I'm
Okay,
egotistical. My favorite match of all time is my match, and it's me versus Shay. Retirement match for me at Final Shine.
Oh, how did we know?
How do we know? How do we know? I
How
say
did we
that,
know?
and I have a couple of reasons. Number one, it was just the most fun I've ever had. It was like you say, oh, I don't want to lay down most of the match. I don't want to sell. You said that with Kai. I do. I love it. I love taking it in. I love having that realism. That's
See, the
what
thing is,
this is to me.
I just don't want someone to walk in and I'm laying on the floor.
I'm laying on the bed on my VR.
No,
I
I
don't
take
care.
bumps IRL. I take on the floor.
I've done them sometimes at my old house, but I don't do them all the time.
Yeah.
But I love it because first off, the story. It's the most longest storytelling that this wrestling has ever had. It's possibly one of the best, if not the best, period. I will say that it's the best story wrestling's ever had. Me versus Shay. That's just a fact. And it's King's Road story as well, which means that every match it adds another stake. It adds another stake. It adds another stake, and it does more, and it's more impactful. It's more hurt. It's more brutal. And me and Shay, we have plenty of matches, so we knew going into this, our King's Road story has to end on a fucking bang. I had some spots. He had some spots. I did everything I've ever wanted to do in this match. I hanged Shay. The scaffolding, the Omega Driver, which I beat him with, which is my one super finisher that I've never used until then, and I love it. It's one of my favorite moves of all time. The spot with the German suplex off the rope when I catch him, it's pretty cool. I could keep going, but it's like one of the few matches I remember spot after spot after spot after spot still to this day. I could recreate it if I get on right now, and I could tell you all the spots that we've done. I'm being so for real. I could
that's insane.
Because I love it.
I get that.
The spot when I rise up with blood going dripping down as I like teleport behind you, it's amazing. The spot where I scare him off with a cane and he later chokes me with it, and my god. No, I choke him with it and he throws me over. Whatever. I'm getting distracted. If you were there to see it, then you would know it's possibly the best thing I've ever done in this industry.
Because a match like that, I could recreate spot for spot, probably.
Yeah.
It'd be me versus Kai at Defiant, just because we had so much fun. Even though it was the worst of the two X Factor matches, but we had so much more fun booking it.
Yeah.
And like creating like all the callbacks that we had, creating the story. Yeah. And this time it was me who fell off the cake. The X Factor.
But the match that possibly is better than mine, I don't know. Probably not. But I guess a match of mine that I don't like. So no ego. That's of mine. Is it's either Bandy versus Ruby 1 or
that was a great match.
Yeah, the original one, the one at Unleashed, because that's something different than the one they did at ROH. Or
I didn't care for the one that they did at ROH.
Really?
Oh, I actually have I learned something about that match. Apparently, Shep gave it a pity 5-star.
Yeah, you didn't know?
Ruby sent Shep 10 paragraphs on why it should have been a 5-star, and cried to him.
Yeah, no shit.
5-star. I think originally it was supposed to be like a 4.5, maybe 4.25.
Something. I know something happened.
Because Ruby had pulled him out after right after his ACL surgery, I think.
No, it wasn't ACL surgery. Bandy just had to check. No,
I think
the Bandy surgery that he did was to check if he had cancer on his tit, and he apparently didn't even have surgery. They just looked and they were like, "Yeah, you actually don't have any fat on your tit, so we can't check and you don't have it." So he didn't even have surgery, I don't think. Either that or he did, and he just
Yeah.
wasn't
Someone
much.
said he had surgery, so that's
I
what
remember that because he told me, and
Yeah.
fucking, it wasn't anything big, so that pity is stupid. But no, yeah, it's either that match or it's I
It
never
doesn't have to
really
be like. I'm saying like
despite
your favorite match that you've ever watched. It doesn't have to be the best match you've ever watched.
yeah.
Which obviously for you is probably the same thing because you really enjoy like the greatness of it, not more of. I mean, there's entertainment factor in those matches, but like
Yeah, I'm
there's
thinking
a difference
about
between
both
like me
because
versus
I
like let's. I'm just saying hypothetically, like me versus Jetstream, like all the flip shit we do, that wouldn't be. It would be
yeah,
entertaining, but it wouldn't
it'll be
be.
entertaining, but it won't be
It
good.
wouldn't be no one's favorite. Yes, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
I love Stein versus Paragon because of storytelling, and it just ended
That's
up being
it's
cool.
another good
I
one.
love Jeremy uh versus man Jeremy versus Jetstream
I
was
didn't know they faced. Not
amazing.
gonna
Jeremy versus Jetstream in the parking lot, like the one episode we had that was outside in DPCW, and the one we had at
Don't even remember that.
and
Might have been
and the one
fired.
in Unleashed when we had a yeah, it was like the last month of DPCW.
Yeah.
And the one they had in the circus pit match was amazing. I'm just listing off matches I have fun watching now.
Yeah.
God, Kai versus Banana was goofy because I fucked it up. We're not talking about the ladder spot. Kai will be scared if we talk about that. He'll click off. Oh no, ladders, no, no, no. To this day, he hides in fear.
Kai when he hears there's a match with scaffolding and ropes.
No, 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 no.
Oh, I can't fly. Fuck, I was gonna fly below the map. I forgot to spawn on the fly.
Yeah, pull out your makeup pen.
Yeah.
That's a. The Blitzkrieg match was fun. Because that was a match that I made. And I thought that was a great match. It was fun, like hardcoreness. I was like, yes,
I enjoyed
yes.
the Blitzkrieg match, whatever it was, from IAW.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Awesome.
That was joyful.
Awesome. Yeah.
Was it Exo versus Sway or was it
I thought Know It All was in that.
No, I'm saying Exo versus Sway or Exo versus Suka. It was either one of those two. I think it was Exo versus Sway. They had a feud, or was it Fleeky versus Sway? I could be wrong.
Fleeky in one of your favorite matches? That's something.
No, it's not one of my favorite matches. I just remember it from IAW because it was like, oh my god, these rookies are actually popping off with each other better than they did in XNT ever. They're actually showing up and popping off.
I still to this day have the best rated match in XNT history by Shep.
I mean, that's never going to change, I guess. The Doomsday match, I could you not. Doomsday 2 War Games, I wish the fuck was recorded. I fucked up and I actually didn't save it. But that was so amazing because of the crowd alone. Alex Frost was the last person to come out, and it was like his one ever time appearing in DPCW, and no one knew. And it was amazing.
No, Alex was in the DPCW Cup tournament.
He was in the DPCW Cup tournament, but it was outside of that.
I was supposed to face him.
He didn't work for DPCW though, and so it was like an amazing thrill. Oh my god, it's Alex Frost. That's the surprise guy. Holy shit! And everyone blew the. It's still one of his biggest pops of all time. I don't know if he had better pops.
I was supposed to be in that.
It was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you were. The whole thing changed though. Don't worry.
It was supposed to be the wild cards versus the EOG.
Yeah. The whole thing changed.
We were supposed to have a third and fourth member versus like their whole group. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
There was the original Doomsday match was pretty good. I look back and I just watched the triple threat between me, Simon, Mike, just because I'm like, man, nostalgia. But yeah, I don't know. That's a good list of matches I have fun watching.
All right. I got sleepy. Wake up, fat.
Wake up. We got a couple more hours. All right, Kerry.
All right.
I'm all night,
top
baby.
5 stars of the future and of the past.
So I haven't been around. So
that's fair.
I don't know.
You don't know the future, okay.
I'll do top 5, but from top 5. Okay. If they still are around to be the future. And if they're not
Let's
stars
hear it.
already, man, if Suga could find what he did in IAW again and do it everywhere else, I 100% believe he could be like the next time.
Suka's right now. He's the GPW media champion.
Good for him because
Me and him are feuding
like
for it.
I know he's mid now, but back then in
Suka?
IAW was the only place that he did like the pop off. Like him versus fucking was it him versus Banana at Mania?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that was mid. I don't care. That was mid. Sorry, Banana, but that was.
Me versus Banana were robbed of a
But
5-star
Suka at IAW, every match he was in, he was blowing me away with how fast he was growing, and I loved it. So he could be up there if he gets that again.
Me and Banana had a 4.75 at Unleashed, and it wasn't a 5 because Shep lagged and didn't see my moonsault.
I don't remember it, so it probably wasn't good.
Apex title match?
Nope, don't remember it.
Okay.
I don't know how Fleeky wrestles. I'm gonna say him just because I know, like, he's one of the.
He's still kind of a rookie, yeah. Yeah.
Kinda. How long has he been wrestling? For a while now, for like a year.
I haven't really seen him in ring much because I know him more from. I just don't know where he wrestles because like I've only seen him.
I'm not gonna say Sway because every time I talk about him being like, every time I talk to him about improving or whatnot, he's like, nah. It's like, okay then, fuck. I guess you don't want to improve. I guess you don't want to go anywhere in this community. Well, yeah. Whatever. He's not gonna be a star. If he does, then that company's stupid in my eyes. He doesn't have it. Then.
Yeah.
God, I wish there was more people that I could easily say. The fact is, this community doesn't grow stars.
See, the people that I know, because I did the training events, like I've seen people, but I only know like high flyers, pretty much.
Yeah.
But like the people I had from my list when I was with Know It All, it was like I had Mr. Fire.
Mr. Fire.
I had Ralph's. Mr. Mystery.
Mr. Mystery, yes.
And then I had Inca
yes,
Pan
Mr.
Storm.
Mystery. If Mr. Mystery could actually like improve more like he is right now, because he's fast growing right now.
Yeah.
Then and if he gets good bookings by companies that actually want to make him a star, then fuck yeah, Mr. Mystery. Like, do what.
But I wouldn't consider Mike Trout a rookie, but I think he's definitely still growing.
I think he's still growing. He's 100. He wasn't even a rookie last year, like in 2024.
Same thing with Nerd. Same thing with Nerd.
Wrestling Nerd's not a rookie, but he's still growing. He can still be one.
Those two are having an amazing rivalry right now. TNA.
Those people could have potential, but they've been doing it for too long and not gone anywhere.
Yeah. Like, see, I started with Mike in RWP. If you didn't know that, but I don't know where he was before that. But he was one of my like original. Yeah, Mike Trout.
He was in DPW.
I know, but I don't know if he was in. Was he in DPW before me?
Yeah, he was in He was in DPW. I think Mike Trout's old, if I'm not wrong.
Mike Trout's younger than me.
Not like old in real life. I mean, like he's an old wrestler.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I need to ask him that.
I could be wrong, but yeah.
Dude, we had a match today, and it got fucked. Like one of the spots we had, it was so. Mike Trout was on the top rope. I jump up. We were going for a Spanish fly. We both land it. He hits me with a Rainmaker. We both hit it. We both land right next to each other. Right. The fucking lights go out. I didn't know there was supposed to be an interference in the match. So the lights go out, and then he hits me with the Rainmaker. Still, lights come on. TJF is on stage. Mike Trout's distracted. He's like, "All right, I'll just turn around and hit me with a diamond cut or whatever." Or I think it was Poison Rana I hit. And I'm like, "Fuck, no one's gonna see that spot we just did." But he's insane. Like, Mike just doesn't get the flowers he deserves.
No, I never faced Mike, so I don't know. Um, I wasn't watching much. I
Yeah.
should, but I don't watch anymore.
Watch his match with Wrestling Nerd. It was
I
crazy.
would, but
It was
I'm
a
not.
20. It was like a barn burner, bro. But it's really good.
Um, for older people, oh, that's easy. That's easier. Uh,
I
Sandy,
think we talked
me,
about this the other day.
Shay, Ruby, Kai, Stein. This is not in order.
That's
I'm
like
just saying
6.
random names. Yeah, that's 7. Um, yeah. I don't view Goji good. Like, not like
He's good technical wise, but like
he's not a good wrestler. And I only bring him up just because I saw his name on the Discord. I'm scrolling right now on names.
so someone put him in, oh wait, someone put him in the top 5, or are you just like seeing wrestlers?
Top 5 for what?
Like you said, the question was like top 5 wrestlers of the past.
Someone put him in the top 5?
No, I thought that's what you were saying when you brought him
No,
up.
I brought him up because I'm scrolling on names right now on the Discord.
Oh, oh.
Wave, nah. Sorry, Wave, but no. Like you are good, but you're not like up there.
Wave is good. Wave is good.
Wave's good. Wave's good. 5-star. 5-star
He
Wave.
does have a 5-star.
He does have a 5-star. Some of those 5-stars, by the way, I'm just gonna
So
say.
do I. No, I'm joking.
Some of those 5-stars, I'm just gonna say right now, was 100% just Shep trying to give a company a 5-star.
Yeah.
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 I'm not gonna say what 5 stars, but I do believe that, and it was true. I'm also gonna say this, and this is about a company because there's only been one. The show 5-star, the overall show 5-star with ROH. Shep fucking flat out told me, yeah, I didn't. So I went up a couple, like I went up an extra, like 0.5 for them. Or
So
like
the show
whatnot.
rating would have been a 4.5.
The show rating was like, so you know how he normally like scales it up by like a bit, just to, like round it.
Yeah.
He rounded it a bit more than he should
Wakey.
have.
Wakey.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, we're
If
good.
I'm not wrong, he did that. I could be wrong, but that's what I remember. You'll have him later in the week. Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Next question. Or
Yeah. Next question.
favorite Fortnite POI.
Fortnite POI.
His favorite
I
all
don't
time.
play anymore. What's in Fortnite?
All time.
All time. Tilted's overrated.
That's yeah.
Uh,
I've asked everyone this so far.
Dusty
Everyone's had different
Meadows.
answers.
Nah.
Besides me and Kai.
It's this one. It was like this one place in the woods, and there was like this one big like mansion in it. What's that one place called again?
Wait, was it like the superhero mansion?
No, it was like in the woods,
Wailing Woods?
and it was like a Wailing Woods is good.
Lonely Landing?
Lonely Landing's good. I don't know. I like those places. I don't know why. I'm stupid, but I don't play
my favorite
Fortnite.
spot. Lonely's in my top 3.
Okay, then yeah, Lonely's probably what I'm talking about. I don't know the names.
Kai said Lucky Landing. Great
Okay.
look. That's also my personal favorite. Then Know It All came on. He's like, "What was that one place with the tomato? Was that Pleasant Park?"
Oh, Tomato
I'm like,
Town.
Tomato.
Oh, Pleasant Park. Pleasant Park. How did I forget about Pleasant Park?
Oh
my God.
Pleasant Park's so good. PP. Let's playing PP, guys.
I remember playing Pleasant Park, and me and my boys, we just fucking raided it and took it all the time.
Yeah.
That town was ours, bro.
Yeah.
All right. What's the next question?
Scrolling because most of these questions that are typed in here are like for Kai. They're like, "How's life, Kai?" And I'm like, "This isn't."
You can say that, but replace it with Rocker.
What are your
How's life, Rocker?
aspirations for real life?
Aspirations for life? I'm either gonna be a pro wrestler or my band's gonna pop off. Because I'm in a band.
It's fair.
Yeah, Rocker rocks on now.
Rocks on, yeah.
Rocks on.
Is that what the Rocker gimmick was supposed to be? Just a rock star?
No. Knock off MJF. Everyone starts somewhere. I did it before Inco. I did it before Inco. And I did it better.
Best arena or best stage of all time?
Of all time.
Yeah. can be your own.
Best
We'll get to the
stage?
ones that you built later. Do ones that you haven't built because that's actually a question.
Fuck.
It's like best you built. Okay.
So I was gonna say Final Shine, best stage,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
since that's one I built, I can't say it.
Yeah.
I would say WRW SummerSlam, but I built
Ooh.
that set. I built that set, so yeah,
You built that.
yeah, I built that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
My personal favorite is Mania 1
Mania 1.
for WRW.
Nah.
No, I like that one.
What's that one stage that FRW had for like their first pay-per-view? What was it?
I have no clue.
I like that.
My first ever WRW show.
I like that
FRW
stage.
show
It
was
was like-
Mania 1.
It was like this Anarchy one. It was the one where Mike versus Stein happened because they
I have
wanted
no
to do
clue.
that for some reason.
I debuted at Mania, and I won a house show title.
Weird.
I
But
didn't even have a full strap.
that's one that I really love, and I think that's
Okay.
the only one that'll come to mind. So I'll say that one.
Okay. So, what inspired your name?
What inspired my name?
So this can be Rocker. This can be
Rocker? Okay,
any
I'll
of the
go
gimmicks.
through all
This
my
can be
names.
any of them.
I'll go through all
Okay.
my names. Rocker was inspired because I was 5 years old or younger, and me and my brother, we wrestled each other all the time. And I just thought, yeah, I'm going to be Rocker. Rocker was this big baby face. My brother will always
Yeah.
play as a heel because he's the older brother, right?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, and I'll be Rocker. Oh, yeah, cool. And we had this cool shit. And we wrestle all the time. It's fun. I even still
Yeah.
use the Famouser till this day because of that. I just changed my gimmick entirely to be good. Microphone.
I think that's
my
pretty
brother-
self-explanatory.
No, it's not. Microphone.
Really?
Me and my
Okay.
brother. So my brother and I, back when I was like 14-ish, right? Or like when he just moved out, he was living with his friend, and him and me will create these vignettes. This was around 2020, so I guess I
Mhm.
wasn't 14, it was older, but 2020 around, and I'll go over to his place, and I'll hang out with him, and we'll goof off, and we'll make like little wrestling content where like we made videos of us predicting like pay-per-views or whatnot for titles, like for the world title, right? And we do like backstage interviews. We'll do these cool vignettes. So it was like we were real wrestlers, but our matches were based off whoever the predictions right. And
Yeah.
and my brother was interviewing The Rocker, which he was the champion. And my brother, he had multiple gimmicks. The Man G Mint was the manager, like the GM, Man G Mint, general manager, you know, the company. And then his interviewer was called Myco Phone. Now, phone was spelt differently. He purposely spelt it differently to make a joke. I didn't understand that joke, so I spelt phone like an actual phone.
Yeah.
He spells it like an actual name. So technically, I stole it from him, but I changed it.
You rebranded it, yeah.
I rebranded it to make it myself. Jabiar, I thought, well, my brother, he did this cool, funny, haha
So
joke.
everything's from your brother.
No.
Oh.
My brother did this funny, haha joke with microphone. I want to do one myself. And Atrocity was like, yo, we need a jobber at some point, man. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, I'll create a brand new gimmick. I'm going to call it Jabiar. It's going to be the greatest thing of all time. I'm down. Fucking there's that. I just randomly said it, and it works.
All right.
1-2 champions. Best jobber in the business. Worked. And then Blade.
Yeah.
I spoke to 2K.
Yeah.
2K Creations.
Yeah.
IW was a thing I made, and I did that in 2K19. All it was a fucking 2K like thing show, and I would download created wrestlers all the time that were original created wrestlers from people, because I still like originality even back then.
Yeah.
In 2K19, and I made my own show around it. And Blade was his top star, and he had like this mask. He was like this super cool rebel kind of guy, and I was like, yeah, I'll do that in Rec Room at some point, because I got bored of every other thing I was doing around that time. And I was the best gimmick at the time for WRW because of Blade. And I take that and I love it. I
Yeah.
wish I'd done more with Blade, but yeah, that's it.
I actually have a personal question for you. So this is gonna be a question about me, kind of, but it's
Yeah.
so. If I had stuck with El Gringo, would I have been a jobber?
Yes.
Fuck. All right. Next question. All right. Um.
Well, actually, were you? Because I
I
do
don't know.
remember at
Cause
the
I
time, I
thought
was also at the time I wanted a good luchador because there was none at the time, even
I mean,
still.
I would have been.
But even then, El Gringo, I would have probably asked you to change the name.
Oh yeah, probably. But
But besides that, so I probably would have asked you to change the name, and if you didn't, then
yeah.
I would have made you a jobber. There's my answer.
Okay. So we have a few more questions.
Plenty more. We're going for a couple hours, baby. What are you doing tonight?
I'm on the end of the page, dude.
You're on the end of the page?
Yes.
Well, fuck. Time goes by fast.
Yeah, we've already been over an hour.
Keep going.
It did not feel like that. So what's the first arena you built? These
First
are
arena I built.
yeah.
So the original Doomsday Arena, but it was just 2 floors instead of 3, and it was for a different company called UAW.
hmm
There it is. So go back, watch the original Doomsday, and then imagine it without the 3rd floor. And there's your answer.
All right. We got our last three. So this is actually the last two then, because these are joint questions. Best and worst arena you've built. So obviously you said Final Shine is your favorite that you've built.
Okay. So Final Shine's the favorite that I built because the set and
Is it your
everything.
favorite or is that the best? Or is it both?
It's my favorite. Was it the best arena? Best arena. Um.
Like when I think arena, I'm thinking obviously the arena, but I'm also thinking of the set as
You're thinking
well.
the set included?
Yes. At
Then
least for me.
I probably have to give it the. I don't know if it's the best. I don't know what other people think. That's my problem. But I'm gonna say.
It's your opinion. It's your opinion.
I'm gonna say.
If you have a tie, you can like put two out there or a couple.
Fine, I'll tie Last Shine and It's All War.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say SummerSlam.
No.
SummerSlam was
SummerSlam's
good.
really good. I really like it. I even made like the seats and the blue
The
thing
show,
seats.
the
behind
show was
it.
not really good. The arena was really good.
The arena was amazing. I made some of the pyro. Oh my god! I made like the spinny thing for Jet.
I still believe that match between me and Z-Man at SummerSlam was a 5-star and it never got posted.
And I
For that,
whatever.
at that time, I think it would have been a 5.
You're talking about 2024 SummerSlam, right?
That was 23, because I wasn't in
Okay.
WWE.
Well, 2024
until
SummerSlam looks
recently.
10 times better, and that's the one I built.
I wasn't booked for that. I was booked for 23.
Okay, well that's the one I built, and that's like
Oh,
probably the 3rd best arena I've made.
I haven't seen
But
it.
I didn't actually make the arena itself, so I don't count it. Like the arena itself, like
Yeah.
the stadium, I didn't build it, but I built legit everything inside of it. And there's that.
All right.
So
So,
I didn't
what about
build
the
it.
worst?
That doesn't count. The worst. I'm thinking about at the time.
The
Because
RWP ring. No,
The RWP ring is probably the worst thing I've ever built. You're right. No, the RWP titles.
yeah, those titles were god awful.
Yeah. Some people don't even know I built those because I don't say it.
Oh, I tell people you built those.
Fuck you. Well, hey, now I make like the 2 titles I built. I think are
Yeah,
some
the
of the most
IW ones,
nicest
those are
titles.
pretty good. Yeah.
Are some of the most nicest looking titles of all time. I'm just saying so myself.
Yeah.
W&W, eat my dick balls. Sorry, he's an inspiration.
Yeah.
But that worst arena I built, probably because it didn't age that well. But it was pretty fun and good for the time. It was probably the Misfortune, and that was actually I didn't count it for the first arena I built. Technically, it was, but I had help with Bandy because it was a group effort, and Mike because it was a group effort. But
Yeah.
I technically helped out with that, so I should count that as the first arena I built. So I will.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, that was probably it. 'Cause
And
again,
then last question.
mhm.
What would you have changed about DPCW
This
or
one,
IAW?
this one. That's tricky because I could ramble on and on about DPW booking, like what I would change
Yeah.
now, what I'll do this, that, and that. But I'm thinking bigger picture, like more,
Yeah.
like
Like as the company as a whole.
Yeah. Because I have this mentality, and I know a lot of people don't like it, but it makes for better booking. Believe it or not, it just flat out does
What does?
with the right person. It's the fact that a booker's job is to book.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, does it matter if you have creative control? I say no, because I flat out think that a booker is meant to be the final saying. I think that's what a booker's thing is. That's why even when ROH was being praised to God because everyone had creative control there, I was still like, but we are still having better stories. We are. You just don't pay attention because no one pays attention to stories, even though they say they did at the time, which is true. Don't you dare say otherwise, because fucking Shea vs. Neutron was making cinematic things, and the only one paying attention was fucking Noah Blitz in the crowd. I'm still pissed off because of no one cares.
Yeah.
I probably being harsh. After being harsh, I should. That's yeah. Being harsh with DBCW, despite the fact a lot of time I was right, I didn't get that message across because no one wanted to listen to me because I was a dick, which is fair, which is a very fair thing. And hey, now that I've learned that, now that I learned how to talk to better people, that's why I took to IAW, which I still got hated for. Because Banana, which let me tell you the story. So IAW, I said to everyone, you're free to come to me. Flat out. I made that really didn't go that far because company ended, but I made a feud between Alex Frost versus Mr. Fire because they wanted to fight each other more. They liked each other. And they came to me saying, hey, can we do this? I said, sure.
You said this is what IAW?
Yeah.
Okay. Was that all?
Hold on.
Oh, okay. Oh, wake the fuck up, fatty. Sorry. No. Alright. Rocker's asleep. Time to give him back shots.
My apologies. Hold on. No, don't you dare. I heard everything.
No, you didn't.
My apologies. Yeah, I did. My cat wanted my room. These shows, like after the show, I got immediately from my cats. But so, anyways, yeah, DPW being strict, IAW, that's harder for me because
That was more of a passion project.
That was more of a passion project. I think I will say that the one thing I wouldn't do is make one of the, not the, like this was really, IAW was a sacrifice. It was.
That was more
And I
like
know
what people wanted, they got. Like match.
No, I say, yeah, but I still
At least
control
for
it.
me. Because that, I mean, that was the retirement tour,
when I say IAW is a sacrifice, I mentioned this to some people. They don't believe it till this day, but it's true. The GOAT family. Last year, around this point in time, we had plans to kick Ruby out of the community, kick ROH out, kick Z-Man out. We had that plans. I was told that. Didn't end up happening. Me and Kai, we joked about, you know what, let's just open our company, and then let's just kick them out ourselves, because this GOAT family wasn't going to do it. I thought about it. I thought, I could do that. I could do that.
Yeah.
I could do that. Wait. I could do that. Hold on.
And you did it.
Hold on. I did it. Now let's be honest here. I did it, yeah. But even then, it sounds shitty. But I did it for a good cause. In my eyes, of course. And everyone agreed with me at the time.
Yeah.
So I think
Getting
it was a good
Z-Man out of the
cause.
community. Getting Z-Man out of the community
That's
ended up.
controversial still. I think that's
It's
still a good
still,
cause.
but he was right about it. About the thing with Mira.
That's what people also say is the reason. Z-Man, I told him flat out in DMs after I said that. Listen, it's not even about Mira. Hold on, be right back. My cat.
All right. Oh. Okay.
Sorry about that. My cat. But I told him in DMs, and I hate that he's. I don't know if he's making the telling people otherwise, but I guess he is because you don't. Because
Dawson
you
said
think
W
otherwise.
Goat family.
I saw that, but I'm guessing he's telling people otherwise. I could be wrong. But
What?
I told him that it's not because of Mira. It's because of you. It's because of everything you've done in the past, all built up, and I finally this was the last straw. Which even then, back then, when what he did to Mira was still wrong till this day. Even though he was quote unquote, even though he was right, I shouldn't say quote unquote anymore. Even though he was right, he still acted inappropriately. Wrong.
Yeah, I see. I see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
Which is
mean,
his number one problem.
I know.
And that hasn't
But
changed.
I mean, obviously,
And that's the only reason why he was blacklisted. And it's
I
still
stayed
to
in
this day,
contact.
to this day. To this day, right, Dawson? To this day. You wanna fucking talk shit in chat? Fuck you. Sorry.
You're good. But I stayed in contact with him after the whole blacklisting and everything, and I think obviously over time he changed, and like,
I hope so.
oh yeah, he's definitely. I mean, he's definitely changed a little bit.
I hope so. Because
Yeah.
I don't because he's been
At least to
gone
me.
so
At
much
least to me,
times
because I mean,
and he
I
hasn't.
talk to him almost every
So I
day.
can't trust that anymore.
What?
I can't trust that anymore. I just can't trust
That he's
people saying
changed? I
that he's
mean,
changed. I just can't. It's happened too much times. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Fool me three times, I'm insane. I've been insane,
yeah,
apparently, because I've been fooled
yeah.
multiple times. I asked this man to stay in DPCW the day. That's possibly one of my biggest mistakes. Keeping him around. No, I'm kidding. Not doing it sooner. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Fool me four times, goon up. What the fuck is wrong with you, Dawson?
Fool me 4 times, goon all over. Well, I
No,
love Dawson.
but
I love
I just
Dawson.
don't. I listen. All fine on you if you think he's cool. I'm
Yeah,
happy about that. I don't care anymore. I'm tired of it.
that's fair. I mean, you don't have to interact with him. He's not.
Yeah, I don't have to
You're,
interact. I'm not gonna even be in a company because why? I'm tired of it. If you think otherwise, fool, fine. Fool. You're a fool. I feel fine. Whatever. I
I
don't
mean,
care.
I think everyone in TNA also thinks otherwise, because or else they wouldn't be there.
Exactly. Fine. I don't care. I'm gone.
Because if you think I'm a fool for trusting him, then you also think, let's see how many members
TGF,
it
yes,
has.
I know. I thought that as well. I don't need a
Let's see. You
list, Danny.
no 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 no. You think 53 other people are also full because there's 53
I
people in
do.
TNA.
I do. I hate this community and I love it at the same time.
I mean, that's.
I told you I was gonna say
Um,
some controversial shit in this
I know.
podcast.
I'm gonna
I'll say
have
some
I'm gonna
other
have Z-Man on
controversial
the
shit.
podcast as
Told you
well.
you're
So
human garbage. No, I'm kidding.
Z-Man will also be on the podcast at some point.
Yeah, I didn't even talk bad
Um,
about anything that he's done. I just said this is
I
about
think I
you.
might have him
That's why.
tomorrow if he can.
Tomorrow? Okay, cool.
So
I
tomorrow
don't
will be
want to
him.
talk about
Tuesday
Z-Man
is
as
Shep.
much because there
Shep's
are
already
others.
confirmed Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
So
there are others.
yeah.
Trust me, Zeman's not my number one enemy. Believe it or not, I had someone else.
Yak.
No, that's Bandy's.
Really? Who's yours?
We don't talk
Okay,
about
last
him.
question for real. Who's your
We don't
number one
talk about.
enemy?
We don't talk about him for a reason.
Ruby?
No, you don't
Riptide?
know him because he's long gone.
Michael Evans.
No, Michael Evans did nothing to me.
No, he was. He left as soon as I came in. He was a good guy. When I
I
talked to him.
brought Michael Evans back in a weird way.
He's
not
back?
like first time back. No, he's not back. But like So the original time he came back, I didn't bring him back. I had no affiliation with him returning. I just knew it was happening and I helped him build something. But I think he came back a second time, and that's because I asked him to. But anyways, forget about that. But no, I'm gonna go down a list of people that hate me. I'm gonna explain my personal reaction onto why I think they hate me. Okay?
Okay.
Can we do that? Ruby. Despite the fact I helped his company out in the early stages and people blasted mine saying it's not as good as ROH's, despite that fact, I helped out his by making sure he didn't kind of black now.
Wake the fuck up, Tubby.
Wake the
Holy,
fuck up,
sorry.
Tubby. Oh my god. Make sure he didn't DDoS people back then. I had to tell him multiple times not to. And I had to tell him, change your co-owner, do this, in a weird sense. Not like fully owning ROH, but in a sense of just helping them out.
Yeah.
I did that because I had zero at the time and had good experience. So it helped out a bit like that. And I think, in a sense, he didn't like the fact that I was telling him what to do. And that grew over time, plus the fact that I didn't give him really much in DPCW. Because even though that he had some high big matches, he fought Bandy. He was in world title matches.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing, and he complained about that because he wasn't world champion.
Yeah.
That's foolish. Because getting the opportunity enough was a pleasure. People got to realize that getting a world title match means that you are trusted.
Yeah. Like.
And at that point, you have to say thank you for the opportunity. Not.
I did.
Okay,
I did say thank you after that black title match. I did say thank you. I don't know if you remember that. I did thank you for it.
I do.
And then you told me the match was shit.
Yeah. and then Ruby thinks I have a stigma against him, which I don't. I just have a reason to hate him. There's a difference between a stigma and a reason to hate him. I personally didn't like him because he fucking doxed Kai. Fuck you. You're not gonna get that shit back. He did.
Didn't know about it.
Defiant. He barely apologized until Kai forced him to a couple months later, and he did. And then so fucking what? Fuck you.
Damn. All right.
And people are saying,
one actual final question.
And people are saying, oh, he shouldn't be he shouldn't be blacklisted. I don't care if that shit happened legit last year. You're human garbage for it. Get out of here. You have no reason. Just come here. Go. Shoot. Scram. Be gone. I'll return just to keep you out. Go. No, I won't.
All right. One actual final question before we end this.
Yeah.
And this is one I made up. So you always talk about your brother being huge inspiration. Why has he not gotten into rec room wrestling? Is he too old, or is it
because when the time I started, he was already out of the house. We only have one.
So does he know about any of this?
I tell him occasionally that, oh, I'm doing this show. Yeah, it's really cool. People are excited, like pay-per-views or whatnot. I'm busy, right? I got this cool thing. Oh my god, I just did my last my last fight.
Yeah,
I loved it. He's like, that's really cool, man. That's really cool. That's it. He hasn't expressed much of wanting to get into it, but he has
wanted Rocker versus Rocker brother once in a lifetime.
He has wanted to see a match of mine, and I don't think I've showed him any. But
you
Rocker
should have
Rocker's
him
brother.
If you ever do decide to come back, which I'm sure you're thinking about it at least once. Have your brother commentate.
My brother commentate. He could be good. He's a better wrestler than me.
Really?
I'll just say this right now. My brother, if he actually entered this community, he would be better than Stein immediately.
Really?
I'm 100% believing that. Because of course, I wrestle better in real life with my brother than I do in rec and wrestling because I have my limbs. And me and my brother, we cut on 5-star classics all the time with technical stuff. We do actual flips with each other.
So he has insane wrestling knowledge.
He has insane wrestling knowledge like I do. He has insane. We're a wrestling family. Me and him love this, and so I would believe. I mean, if we both got VR headsets, You'll put on a 5-star easy for you two. We got that life-hold chemistry for you guys. But, do I think about returning? This is where I'm going to say something that no one else, besides the people watching this podcast, and for those who want to clip it, will hear. And for TJF, because I told him personally in DMs when I heard that he's retiring. Ladies and gentlemen, you know that secret thing that I'm planning on doing? That backstage thing that I'm doing?
Mm-hmm.
That backstage thing has a twist. Do you know a thing called an ARG? I'm putting some important things on this. An ARG is an alternate reality game where you find secrets and stuff like that, and it creates a story, and it's like involving all of you, right? There's going to be hidden rooms. It's going to be crazy. I love it. That ARG will have a prize at the end. I'm not going to say what, but that prize, you send a picture of me, like a picture of it to me, and you'll be able to save the prize. Don't share it to anyone else. And if you do that, and if you're the first person to, you get anything you want out of me. Anything.
The prize is one more match.
If you ask that, I'll do it. I'm being so for real with you right now. Legit, anything you want out of me, I'll do. Any build, anything. If you want to wrestle me, if you want a storyline with me, I will do it.
Dawson said the prize is a goon battle.
If you want that, I got you.
Wow. Okay.
I'm being so for real.
I think
so
that's
when
where we end it.
When the room comes out, please go searching.
How many things are there that you have to find, or do you know when you find them all?
It'll tell you. Send this to Rocker, or send this to someone.
It'll like pop up on your screen, being like.
No, well, I'm not gonna say more. I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay. Okay.
But good luck.
Okay.
I'll tell you when the chase is on. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. So long.
Oh, I was gonna do the handshake I always do, but you're.
Oh, my apologies. My apologies.
Well, thank you for thank you for coming.
Wait. Do you have like a hand sanitizer or something?
Here, I got you.
No. I'm gonna need it after. Okay.
All right. Yeah, that's good enough. All right.
Okay. Do you have some hand sanitizer here? Okay. Let me just wipe.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining and watching, and smell you later.